We're here for our buddy.
You're here for your buddy. Who's your buddy? Me? Oh, boy.
How about Jason?
Oh, Jason. Yeah, what about Jason? Where's he?
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Remember that time that I was like, I should really water my grass, and then it rained almost an inch, like 1.2 inches of rain last night in Muscatine. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone for Tuesday, the 6th of August. Yeah, that storm, you know, it's one of those things where they were like, well, it looks like it might go north, and then you look at the radar, and you're like, oh, that's going to come right this way, and then it was loud, the boom and the crack, and saw one of my Facebook friends lost a playground last night. So, yeah, that was a lot of rain, and I think my grass is going to look marvelous. My neighbors, who are also my coworkers, they were watering their grass yesterday. Joke's on you, Haskins. Gotcha. So thanks, Mother Nature, because I don't have a sprinkler. So it's probably one of the things that we should get to fit into the new neighborhood is a sprinkler, but we don't have it yet, and Mother Nature to the rescue. And that was like the first rain that we've had since July 5th, or measurable rain, somebody said. So we'll take it, and hopefully it's what we needed for the grass and everything like that. So we're glad to be with you. Today is Tuesday, so you don't have to cook dinner tonight if you don't want to. It's also Tuesday Blues Day, wearing another blue shirt. Forgot to wear a gray shirt yesterday. Right behind the scenes right now, my coworker Mike Weiss walking towards us. Tuesday Blues Day, Mike. Look, there he is. We try to color coordinate. Yeah, it's blue. What do you mean? He's looking at me like, is it a blue shirt? Okay. So yesterday I was supposed to wear gray, as I was reminded. We have days where we color coordinate our shirts here because we're grown-ups. So you can trust us. Tuesday burger night, 4 o'clock, starting in the Market Grill Express. All of those hamburgers are just $8 with unlimited French fries, tater tots, whatever you need. It's a great deal. Now, here's the thing about unlimited French fries. Like, first of all, I'm low carb in it again, but I would probably be good for like an order and a half. It's not like you're going to throw down 20 plates of fries. You get to a point where you're like, I regret everything. Like, you want to make room for the burger because that's really the pièce de résistance if you'll have it. So stop by. Posted some fun pictures of the burgers off of the app. So the Market Grill app, they've got all the burgers on there. The newest one is a mushroom and Swiss burger. So check that out. I haven't tried that one yet. And again, even if you are on like a low carb diet, you could do like, okay, I'll do an $8 burger, hold the bun, and then maybe you ask for a side of vegetables or grab like a side salad. They would take care of you with that. So don't feel like you can't partake. Because remember, when I first started the keto diet, June 4th, 2018, I didn't bring a lunch to work, and what I had was a cheeseburger, no bun, bacon and broccoli. So it was fantastic. All right, and we'll let you know about some other things that are happening today as well. And that's what I grilled last night. So you should be jealous of one of my friends, Deb, saying you need a bigger grill. Do I? I don't want to buy a bigger grill. Like, I'm not going to be grilling in the winter. You know, I'll probably grill through, I don't know, September, October. But that's a lot. I mean, you see those steaks on there? Those are those New York strip steaks, $6.99 in the meat department. Look at how good those look. So you got some New York strip steaks, some butterfly chops, and then the brat patties, which are just fantastic. So, yeah. Again, I'm not a good cook per se, but I've kind of got this grilling thing figured out thanks to the digital thermometer. Without it, everything would be probably overly cooked. All right, let's get to our guests who are patiently waiting, and it's so great to have them back on the show. To my right is a legend in his own right, Mr. Dickie Vedder, who is just a great guy. Love Mr. Dickie Vedder. It's great to see you, pal.
Good to see you, pal.
Well, welcome back. And to his right is Megan Francis with Sunnybrook and Muscatine. Thanks for coming, the marketing boss. We have a lot to talk about today. I like that you always wear the Wii Bowling shirt. I just want to mention that to start. Sunnybrook has this fantastic Wii Bowling challenge that you continue to do, Megan, and this guy Dickie and his slew, it's like murderer's row of Wii bowlers. They're so good, you stand no chance when you go to play them. And he always, I mean, you don't tell him to wear the Wii Bowling shirt.
No, Tuesdays they all come out in their Wii Bowling shirt, and you know, we started it 2.5 years ago,
right?
And we just had 2 on the team.
Sure.
And we have since kind of grown it by the excitement, and you and Jason were our first community competitors.
Oh my gosh.
So once they had beat our management team, and then it's just been a ton of fun to have everybody in, and you know, we've had great participation from the community to come out and try and bowl, and this year we put in that community challenge with the leaderboard, and it's been fun to see you guys kind of challenge each other.
Oh,
and
I love it.
some throwdowns. and
Nobody stands a chance when you go to Wii Bowl, I'm telling you. Okay, so I just wanted to start. We're going to talk about the walk to end Alzheimer's, but so we talk about the Wii Bowling. How are things going at Sunnybrook? I know you've had some
Really
live
good.
music. There's always a lot going on at Sunnybrook, which is something that I admire.
Yeah.
So maybe let's get a little Sunnybrook update, and then we'll get right into the walk. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, we've been doing the live music this summer. The weather has thrown a little wrench in it, but we've had fun. So we did have severe weather for our very first one. Our goal was to kind of be out on the back porch. Then we had Matt Hepker come in. We did get an evening on the front porch. It was a nice evening. Last month we had Flash in the Pan out, and they're fantastic. Yep. But we were inside because of all the heat, but still having fun. So this month we'll have Country Church Friends out.
Cool.
On the 22nd, and then we will close up in September on the 19th with Cruisin'.
Oh my gosh, Cruisin's coming to rock.
Yep, so we are hoping that one will get us back outside.
Sure.
But if not, we're prepared to be inside and still having fun. And
I was going to say,
everybody's welcome.
It's one of those things, like, I know that it's great for everybody that's at Sunnybrook. Live music is such a wonderful thing to be able to share. And then was there a water balloon fight that we missed out on? What happened? I would have loved to have shown up and had a water balloon toss. I would never throw a water balloon at Mr. Vedder, let the record state. And he would never throw a water balloon at me, I'm assuming, right?
He might. Dickie. So this is a great picture. He did one of our dietary staff. Got right into the middle of catching the water balloons. We were aiming for the plants on National Water Balloon Day, but Blake wanted to get right in the middle of it and added some fun to a hot afternoon.
And it was, you know, look at this. These are great pictures at Sunnybrook, like National Water Balloon Day. Yes, National Ice Cream Sandwich Day.
Both on the same day, so we spent the afternoon out. And
best day ever.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fun helping people, and it was great. You know, the customers at Hy-Vee are super generous, and last week we got to deliver like over 35 dozen roses.
Yeah.
And one of the stops was to Sunnybrook. And and I didn't go. I should have gone. But I think it happened during the show. But it seems like even just something, Megan, like a bunch of flowers showing up.
It was,
Brightens everybody's day. Right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to have them around the community.
Sure.
We have our residents have always kind of given to things like that.
Yeah, sure.
So now to be on the receiving end of just that attention and it's really special to continue to just be such an important part both ways of the community. To give back. There we are dancing.
Dickie Vetter busting a move, everybody. We have it. We have evidence that Dickie Vetter can dance. There he is right there.
Yeah, we were out there dancing.
Yeah, I got what that good one too.
You got some good moves, pal. Don't worry. We know. We know that you're a professional dancer and that you're not going to tell us about that yet. All right. So this Saturday, I can't believe it.
Yeah,
So
I know.
You were here not too long ago talking about putting together a committee of people to
Yep.
help bring the Walk to End Alzheimer's back to Muscatine. And Megan, the walk is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling at this point? And then I guess for the folks at home, the Walk to End ALZ, what can they do? Can they still participate? What do they need to know? Because it, again, is this Saturday, y'all, in downtown.
Yep, this Saturday down at Pearl City Station. And this year it did get thrown together pretty quick. We started up. We're one of the first walks, so out in the area they go all the way through October.
Sure.
So we're one of the first ones coming up, but we've had just such great support.
Good.
So our big thing is awareness, letting people know that Alzheimer's Association is a resource, the resources that they have, that there is a community out there to support.
Yes.
There's the walk day information. So we'll be down there with registration from 8 to 9.
I love that it's in the morning.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt, but it makes total sense.
Yeah.
To have it in the morning along the riverfront.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great location. So I know that that's always part of it, is the planning of an event.
Yeah.
You know, because we're still in summer, people still might be taking time off, vacations, whatever. But a Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just great. So
get your day started with
right.
nice community support and a nice walk.
Because I'm assuming it'll be wrapped up by noon. Is that the plan, or?
Yeah, it's a little over 2 mile walk.
Okay.
And it's not a race. So a lot of people, as I've been saying, things are
yeah.
like, oh, I don't do those. I don't,
Yeah.
It's not a race. It's really just a chance to get together and show support, or to get some support. If you're just needing to know that there's a community around you.
It's one of those things. I mean, certainly with your line of work and where you're at with Sunnybrook, I imagine that there's, and I'm not asking for stats, but I'm sure that there are people right now that are at Sunnybrook and Muscatine with Alzheimer's that are managing that through the help of the staff at Sunnybrook and their family and friends. But what you just said is so important. People are not alone when they have someone that they love that's going through something difficult like Alzheimer's, and we have to remind them sometimes, like, hey, we've got your back in a walk like this, in addition to raising awareness, raising some funds for research. It just makes sense to have it back in Muscatine, period, in my opinion. I mean, because it's something that a lot of folks are dealing with. That's the reality, right?
Yeah.
If there was a cure or close to having a cure or treatment for Alzheimer's, we wouldn't need the walk. So again, at this point, for folks that are watching, they can still participate if they wanted to. Is that
so
true?
there's no registration fee.
Perfect. Okay.
So you can get registered today and take part. You can walk down on Saturday and get registered right there. Everything is off of fundraising.
Okay.
And the fundraising can go throughout the year.
Oh,
so you
genius.
can register on Saturday, take part, then share your experience that you went out and supported, why you were there, who you met, how you were a part of this, and fundraise from there, and continue to fundraise from there.
That's great.
So we encourage everybody to come down.
Sure.
On the flyer you saw at 9:30, there is a ceremony.
Okay.
So even if you can't commit the whole morning, if you're heading out of town at 10:30 or something, come down for the ceremony.
Okay.
That is where CJ Ryan will be out there sharing his family story, and then we will be doing the flower ceremony. And each of the colored flowers do represent a different person affected by Alzheimer's. So the blue is someone who is diagnosed.
Okay.
The purple is someone who has lost someone.
Okay.
The yellow is someone who is currently caring for someone. And the orange is those of us who are looking for Like here, we're supporting those who are
Sure.
out there. And then we will also have in the middle of our flyer white flower, which is our hope for the end of Alzheimer's,
That's
so our first
fantastic.
survivor.
Yeah.
So even coming out and being a part of that, you know, that you can do that as well. So
I like it. And again, even if you have no personal connection, you can still support a good cause and a good event. And you can understand when you look at a website like we're looking at. And I love what it says, Together We Can End Alzheimer's, right? That's what it's all about, is trying to support organizations that, you know, use every dollar donate. I mean, it's just nice to know, because there are a lot of opportunities to give, certainly, but when you can gather people together that have something in common and have an experience, I don't know, there's just something about that sense of community, like you said. That's a good word to come back to. And by the way, a lot of walks taking place across the Midwest, which is nice to see. But for Muscatine, certainly having it back is a big deal.
Yeah.
And again, the location makes total sense. With respects to, I mentioned a couple months ago you were here when this was kind of in the early stages. And you can see, by the way, donate some money, will you?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
When you were in the early stages, what type of response did you get? Yeah, how many people are on the board? Anybody, like, whether you know all the names or not, but we should recognize people that have probably been working, right?
Yeah, you know, our volunteer group has been great.
Awesome.
And those who have just, the nice thing is that there are ways that you can volunteer
Sure.
an hour a month.
That's
Or,
wonderful.
you know, you can volunteer more. And that's the wonderful thing about it. Some are just able to be there day of. And we do still have a couple of volunteer opportunities
Good.
day of.
Sure.
So again, if you don't want to do that walk, but you
Right.
want to be a part of everything, you know, come be out there.
Sure.
Reach out to us. The Facebook page has a sign up for volunteers,
That's super convenient.
contact information. So yeah, there's a ton of ways. And then at the walk, our next year's walk will be announced.
Oh, good.
And we'll
Okay.
start that process again
Great.
with a full year.
Okay.
So, you know, then there's a chance also
That's
to
awesome.
grab on. So I heard from a lot of people that are out of town this weekend.
Sure.
I know kind of end of your travel, but get on the committee for next year
It's
too.
awesome. I
So,
like that you're going to
yeah.
announce the 2020 date
Yeah.
this Saturday.
Yep.
I won't even ask you to do it now because that would be rude. And I don't want to take away from the event on Saturday. I will ask Megan.
I don't want to confuse people.
Yes.
Be there this Saturday.
Send it to. Right. Be there this Saturday, or Mr. Vetter is going to
Right.
come knocking on your door. Again, a lot of.
I'm not going.
Oh, you're going door to door, pal. You better listen up, Mr. Vetter. We're going to put you back to work, sir. Yeah, I mean, it's this Saturday. It's wild to think that it's here. But again, you know, and I want to come back to folks that are living with, have a loved one that has Alzheimer's, with respects to what a place like Sunnybrook can do for them.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's part of being able to help people.
Sure.
And again, for a lot of the families, they don't know how much they can do, or you get to a certain point where it's like we have to start looking at options, and
Yeah.
Sunnybrook definitely being one of them. So can you just give us a couple examples of how Sunnybrook is able to help folks? And
Yeah.
great, look at the Facebook page right there, because I think that's important,
Yeah.
right? As much as you're involved with this walk and it's a good cause, you know, the reality is that the place that you work also does a great job helping a variety of people, but folks
Yeah.
with Alzheimer's is one of them, right?
Yeah,
One group.
we have a memory care unit.
Sure.
It has 12 apartments. And our goal, we have programming specific for memory loss. So a lot of people feel those with memory loss, they don't do anything anymore. They're not themselves that they used to be. They sit and watch TV all day.
Sure.
There's confusion in day and night. Our goal really is to keep those residents active.
Sure.
In meaningful activity. So yesterday, we have our courtyard
Yep.
with gardens, and they were out gardening. And today, they're going to use all of those tomatoes and peppers and make salsa.
That's fantastic.
So it's really that purposeful activity.
Yep.
Those are things you can still do.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think sometimes families are just so overwhelmed.
Sure.
With things that are changing, that it's hard either to see those, to know what those activities are.
Yep.
So even if Sunnybrook is not the right fit at whatever time, or if we don't have an opening, reach out to us, because we can give some help and resources.
Sure.
And things to re-engage. Music is a great one.
Yep.
So if you have that wedding song, that favorite song growing up, sometimes playing those things.
Yeah.
And then reaching back into that longer term memory, that short term, instead of arguing about tomorrow or yesterday was Monday, which I almost forgot for a minute too. So there is some of that. But yesterday was Monday. No, we went to the store yesterday. Go back further. And really reconnect over those long-term memories.
Yep.
So, do they like to farm? We have a big farming community. We talk about farming, looking at pictures of those things. Those can be ways to reconnect, and we can give some of those resources as well as the Alzheimer's Association. So, Saturday at the walk, Sunnybrook will have a table, but there will also be resources on where to get help. We do have some great support groups that I wanted to mention real quick.
Yeah,
in
go
town.
ahead, absolutely, please.
This Thursday at the Coffee Belt downtown, the Memory Cafe meets, and this is really a caregiver family social support group. So we connect over what have you been doing this summer, that chance to live in the now, have the conversations of sharing what you've been doing now, and then also reaching out to people who understand for some advice, some resources, how to connect in those types of things. So that's 10:30 to noon on this Thursday.
Perfect.
And the second Thursday of every month. And then out at Lutheran Living, they have an afternoon and evening option of a support group, and that is the fourth Tuesday of the month at 5:30 to 6:30, and the third Thursday from 1 to 2.
Great.
So we'll get those up on the walk page, and those will be available as well at the walk. So finding those supports and reaching out.
I think it's awesome. I think it's great that there's all these options available for folks because, again, it's not just something that one family is going through or one individual has. And there's a lot of people that are dealing with it, and that's why the Walk to End Alzheimer's came back, and it's this Saturday. Don't forget. Mr. Vetter, will you be at the Walk on Saturday?
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy. All right. Are you going to participate in the Walk, or are you just going to be helping direct traffic? What's your job at the Walk? Do you know what you have to do yet?
Wait a minute.
What is my job? Whatever she tells me.
Help me give out water.
Oh, perfect. That's good.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, we're coming up into 2020, start of a new year pretty soon-ish, and that'll be the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics in Muscatine. Are you excited about the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics in Muscatine?
I didn't know that was coming up.
I know. I'm pretty sure that next year is 50 years. Because Dick, you've been part of Special Olympics for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I think all of those 50 years,
yeah,
right?
Ron Miller was the one who started that one.
So Mr. Vetter is like literally one of the original Special Olympic athletes in Muscatine, and again, it's celebrating. The crazy thing is that this man is only 52 years old.
Yeah.
No.
So I know I'm.
I like when you said that. I'm really 77.
You'll take it, right?
You're 70. I honestly, honest to goodness, never knew how old Mr. Vetter was until right. You're 77. I would have not guessed that. You are a spry. You're as spry as a chicken over here. Especially when you look at the Wii bowling scores that he puts up with Alan and everybody. I want to mention that because it's been a lot of fun to have folks come to Sunnybrook that otherwise may not have visited, and I bet you get a lot of remarks like that with this Wii Bowling Challenge. So is it still a thing where for people that haven't participated, if they're in a business or a group, and they want to come out and have an entertaining hour or two losing at Wii Bowling, is there still a chance for them to do it? Good.
Yeah, we'll have the Salvation Army out today.
Oh, that's great.
So I grabbed Greg as soon as he was in town and was warned.
Yeah.
So he'll be out there today.
Sure.
I do have an opening next week.
Okay.
But then we're booked up again until the middle of September. So if you want to sneak in for a Wii Bowling opportunity next week,
so next
give
Tuesday.
us a call. Otherwise, get booked in for September, October.
I like that it's booked
fun.
out. It's so great. It is really
awesome.
fun. And again, being at Sunnybrook, I remember the first time I was there, and I was just so impressed with how nice of a place it is and how big it is. Oh my gosh, it's a massive place.
Yep.
But a good feeling, good sense when you walk in.
Yeah.
Very nice atmosphere, and I've played music out there for different events, and I don't know, it's just great. And when you see pictures like that, I mean, just so many great people. The Easter Bunny's been there. That is not. Listen, that's not Mr. Vetter in disguise. Okay. Dick, you know the Easter Bunny.
Oh,
I've
God,
heard.
look at that one.
You've heard that Mr. Vetter knows the
He
Easter
hooked
Bunny.
us up with the Easter Bunny.
That's right. He knows the Easter Bunny's phone number. But it is all about reaching out to the community, taking
There's
care
our staff right there.
That is a great
That's
shot.
our management team.
The crew there
the
really
staff
cares,
is amazing.
right? Oh my gosh.
The staff is really amazing. So yeah, we are full. We have 67 residents.
Wow.
We do have a wait list coming up for the winter. Winter's kind of a time you think, oh, ice and things, want to get in somewhere. So if anyone's looking, now is the time.
Gotcha.
Do your tours. Go out and look around.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're informed about what options there are, and then get on a wait list if that's the way you want to go. So
67.
yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
we have a couple couples.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I learn a lot. Listen, it's a really great place and super involved, always active. I see that. Look at there's a wee bowling picture.
There it
I
is.
see the I don't know if it has a name, the Sunnybrook Mobile or whatever you call it.
It
The
doesn't have a name.
The Sun Bus. The Sunny Bus.
They're going to LeClaire on Thursday. If anyone wants to
that's
come out
cool.
for the opening of Tug
LeClaire.
Fest.
Nice. You're going to LeClaire? I love LeClaire. That's great.
So
Can I
maybe
take
we'll
the day
have
off
to
and
name
go?
the bus on Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's great. But I mean, there's so actively involved, and it's wonderful. And again, this walk is just great. Zach Lane on Facebook says Muscatine County Sheriff's Office and Nico, of course, the canine, want another shot. Zach says Dick kicked our butts last time. So good job. Way to go. You don't even let the sheriff's office win a game of Wii bowling. I mean, if I were you, I would want to stay on the right side of the law, sir. I don't know about you. I mean, but right, like there's... Yeah, I mean, listen, that's Zach Lane, and he wants a shot at the title. So,
yeah,
that's great.
Heartland Hospice has been up there for about a year and a half.
Heartland Hospice, okay.
So someone has got to knock
Dethrone
them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's never going to be Jason Miller and I. There's Zach right there.
The fire department's still up there, so.
Look at Dickie staring at me like he knows that I'm not a good Wii bowler, this guy. He wore the shirt. I know that they're Wii bowling today, but I feel like this is a personal attack
I'm
also.
not kidding. I'm
It's
not
fun.
picking on you.
You're my buddy. You're
There
my
you
pal.
guys are.
There we are. We did okay. We got some trophies. It's a delicious trophy, I might add. It is such a good time. A great place, and again, to recap, if you're joining us this Saturday is the walk to end ALZ Alzheimer's. I always feel like I say it wrong. I've
No,
said it right.
you're on it. Yep,
Jeez,
you
it
got
can be
it.
a tough thing. Alzheimer's affects a lot of people, right? So there's a lot of families, a lot of individuals throughout Muscatine that know someone. It's a loved one, and the thing that I hearken back to. Mark Heideball walking up to the set to say,
Heideball,
you know what, I
get
can't
out
even
here."
have this guy on the show when he walks by. He's had like 6 people wave hi to him. Why don't we just call it the Dick Vetter Show?
I know.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. I love it. This guy, like Dick literally knows. Mark, how long have you known Dick Vetter now?
Oh, Dick Vetter's had the pleasure of knowing me for 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, I think about 30 years.
30 years. It's unbelievable. I love it. I know
Dick's a good guy.
he's one of your all-time favorite athletes, basketball players.
Professional
and,
Olympics, absolutely. Dick's a legend.
He is a legend.
Yeah.
I bring him into a place like Hy-Vee where he used to work, and it's like old home week with this guy. He's here all the time, by the way. And I also want to point out the first thing that Dick said to me this morning was he was in the store on Saturday and he couldn't find what he was looking for. We've moved a couple of things around, and he comes in just guns blazing. He says, "Hi, pal. I was here on Saturday. I couldn't find what I was looking for." So it wasn't even like a "how's it going?" It was like, boom, coming in hot. I love it. I'm sorry that you couldn't find what you were looking for, but I will take care of you. All right, get involved. Show up to the walk this Saturday. This is it, right? We're talking Muscatine this Saturday, August 10th. I can't believe it's here. And whether it's you or someone you know that has someone that can relate or has a loved one that's currently living with Alzheimer's, it's a great opportunity to get connected. I love the Memory Cafe and just being able to champion and rally around each other, because people shouldn't feel like they're alone when they have someone that they love, because that's what it is, right? It's a loved one that all of a sudden, and not that Alzheimer's is a sudden thing, but I mean ultimately it's a thing that we can't cure or stop.
Yeah.
And when they get that diagnosis, I mean, you can be there for them as much as you want, but you need to have support, whether that's
Yeah.
from additional family and friends or events like this walk or places like Sunnybrook. I mean, we need to do a better job for sure, lifting people up that are going through things like this, because it's not easy. I mean, I had a grandparent, my mom's dad had, I don't know, 9 or 10 strokes in like a 5-year period, and you go from this guy that was just this brooding force to someone that had to have round-the-clock care. So I know that's not the same thing as Alzheimer's, but I understand how this can affect and impact a family and how much stress it can cause. And listen, the reality is you need to know that you're not alone. And you can see some unbelievable stats right there. Unbelievable. Alzheimer's disease, the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. I mean, what do we have? 400 million people across the country, or whatever that number is. In 2018, more than 16 million caregivers of people living with Alzheimer's disease or dementia provided an estimated 18.5 billion hours of unpaid care. Holy moly. We got to figure this thing out. So what can you do? A walk in Muscatine, Iowa. Can it make a difference? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Period. It has to. I mean, it wouldn't have but came back to town if the Alzheimer's Association, if they didn't need it, or more importantly, we need it.
Yeah, and
right?
and it goes to research. So we are looking for that first survivor, and that's the hope out there. But it also goes to resources. So there are 24/7 call centers. There are the support groups. So there are a lot of resources, and it doesn't have to be as isolating as it can be.
Please,
So we want to just provide that support.
I hate it. I hate even thinking about that people feel like they're going through something and there's no one else that can empathize with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because we don't talk about this kind of stuff enough. I mean, we all do. We understand, but
It's hard.
there's so many stigmas that we can break, and this is absolutely one of them, right?
Sure.
You get a diagnosis, it doesn't mean a death sentence. And I know that might be an intense way of putting that, but we've got to do a better job being there for people. And I hope that if you're watching this, you can participate in the walk, you can show your support, you can fundraise through the end of the year. I've seen people on Facebook using that to fundraise.
Yeah.
Ashley Lovelace,
Hy-Vee
she's almost
Field
at her
has
goal.
been a great, there are some great fundraisers out there.
Sure.
So even going on the walk page,
Yeah.
going on the page, you can, even if you can't come out, click and support those.
Yeah.
Sunnybrook has a table up. You can come in and throw some dollars in.
That's awesome.
So
Dick Vetter will
there are
give you a
ton
bottle
ways.
of water for free, I think.
There you go.
Are you gonna charge people for the water?
I don't know.
Okay.
He hasn't gotten that as a part of the assignment yet.
Listen, if I were you, I would kick him $1 as a donation
Yeah.
to go back towards finding a cure. I'm glad that both of you are here. It's great to see you. This is an awesome event. alz.org/walk. You can easily find the Muscatine Walk on social media, information all over the place. The reality is it's this Saturday, August 10th. We need to see you there. And we want to, as you can see, #EndALZ. And that other hashtag, walk2endalz. It's a big deal. Dick Vetter, Megan Francis, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Good luck with the Wii bowling today.
Okay.
Not that you need it.
If you're not busy Saturday, come on down.
I do. I have something going on Saturday, but I think if I have it timed out right, I might have enough time to stop by before I go across the pond, if you'll have it. So it's great to see you, Megan. Thanks for everything.
Yeah.
You're very busy.
Thank you.
I mean, between work and family and everything else, I don't know how you have time for all this stuff. And I'm glad that you brought your security guard with you this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think I'm kidding?
He
This
gets,
guy.
He gets me in the door.
Right.
You know?
I don't even know how you get out of here, because it's like he's in a parade every time he's in the store. He's like this. Like the Dick Vetter. Like, he just knows everybody. It's fantastic. I love it.
We may have had to come 10 minutes early to go.
Hey, I love you. It's good to see you, pal. This is one of the best guys right here for sure. Hey, listen, when you want to lose at Wii Bowling, don't call me, okay? Because I'm not the guy. If you want, you and I still need to have lunch soon, so we should really get that scheduled.
Yeah.
With how busy he is and how kind of busy I am, we're gonna have to really schedule that out. But I will come over and eat lunch with you if you'll have me.
Okay.
All right, you're picking up the check too. All right, you heard it here first. There we go. Good deal.
You know that.
Oh, we'll put it on your tab. That's what I heard. Put it on the tab. Yeah, right? All right, let's go CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and we'll see what's happening near the frozen food department. Now, this is very appropriate, and Steve's going to take the Toyota Muscatine cart cam towards that same frozen department. Steve, it's Root Beer Float Day, so I wonder, and you don't have to bring any ice cream back because I don't want anything to melt, but let's find like a nice maybe vanilla ice cream, and then maybe we'll come back and take a jaunt down the pop aisle and look at some good options for root beer. Root beer float sounds good, right? I mean, it's just a hot day, humid day probably. You have that root beer float, and I think it's the best idea ever. So we've got the CBI Bank & Trust aisle cam, and we've got the Toyota of Muscatine cot camera, and we'll show you where Steve's at here in just a second. It's the 6th of August, Tuesday morning or night, depending on when you're watching this show. He always references the morning, but I watch it at 10:30 at night. I know, I'm sorry, I'm a creature of habit. Yeah, great to talk to Megan and Dick Vetter. They're great people. Megan Francis, Dick Vetter. Here we go. Muscatine, Toyota Muscatine car cam, whipping down the aisle, heading toward the frozen food department. You take care now, Dickie Vetter. I love that guy. Seriously, he's great. I really need to go eat lunch with him. He's so busy, though, honestly. I mean, the guy's schedule, they're always out and about. We're going to have to look into, like, mid-September for this. A nice picture of a root beer float on the screen. Love that. And here we go towards the ice cream. Now, I'm not saying that you have to use vanilla ice cream with a root beer float. I would never begrudge you. Like, I love chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. So you could pick whatever you want. I mean, nobody's going to stop you, right? We're not going to, like, turtle pecan ice cream. Yeah, you could, you know what? Go ahead and mix it with some root beer. It's a good idea. So great selection there. And then I thought we used to have some root beer like on one of the freezer doors, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe that's not the case anymore. But listen, we've got the pop aisle certainly here at the store with a lot of different root beer options, right? Maybe you're an A&W root beer person, okay? Maybe you like the root beer that comes in a bottle. We've still got that, right? What's that one called that's like Springer? I probably said that wrong. So will you celebrate National Root Beer Float Day? I would. So, Steve, when you start heading back this way, if you want to cut down, I think it's aisle probably 8. If you want to get down aisle 8 and maybe bring a root beer product back to the set, and we'll keep talking about it. So August 6th also is National Wiggle Your Toes Day. Are you wiggling your toes right now? Do you have socks on? You're the type of person that's wearing shoes with no socks. I got socks on. As a matter of fact, I get dressed in the dark, and today I have mismatched socks on. So I don't want to brag, but I got that going for me. It's also National Night Out. And we should mention that in West Liberty, you can participate in National Night Out with the West Liberty Police Department. They've got a great event going on with some free swimming and free food. We talked to West Liberty Police Chief Kerry Kinmuth on the show last week all about that. That starts later this afternoon. And August 6th is also National Fresh Breath Day. What are you doing to keep your breath fresh? Here's a little tip, and I'm not even a dentist. I didn't even have to go to school for 8 years. Brush your teeth, right? Every day, brush your teeth. And as I mentioned, we are moving some stuff around, and you can see right there, Halloween candy. I know. If you think it's ridiculous, that's okay. Halloween will be here before you know it. And listen, you're more than welcome to have Halloween candy on August 6th. We're not going to stop you. Like if you're like, oh, well, I don't normally buy Reese's Pieces, but it's shaped like a pumpkin. You can see Steve got Toyota Muscatine car cam in the pop aisle looking for some root beer. You can see there's some A&W right there. She's got some on that little pallet thing. So there you go. There's some A&W on the shelf too. Boom, look at that. It's right there. You could even tell that young lady it's National Root Beer Float Day. And we're going to promote your A&W for you at no cost, madam. No cost to you. Boom, right there. Look at that. Looks good. And by the way, diet root beer float an option as well. So if you're trying to cut sugar and stuff, you can always do that. Okay, very good. All right. Yes, I mentioned the West Liberty. So West Liberty Police Department invites you, National Night Out. Hope the weather cooperates for Chief Kinmuth and the crew. They've got a lot of stuff planned tonight. You can go to the West Liberty Police Department Facebook page, get all the details. National Night Out will be a good time. That is for sure. And it was great to have Chief on the show last week. So don't forget that that's something that you can do. Short drive if you're in Muscatine or wherever you're at for a good evening out and about with those guys in the West Liberty community. They do a really good job. You can see their Facebook page right there. And they're gearing up for tonight. Look at that little post right there. They've got some free food, some free swimming, free pizza. It's all happening at Kimberly Park in West Liberty starting at 5 p.m. Look at that. Look at all they have. That's fantastic. Free Gatorade, bottled water, gun locks. That's cool. LED porch lights. They've got piñata for the kids. It's awesome. So kudos to Chief Kinmuth and everybody for putting on that great event. He said last year they had over 300 people show up. So, hello. If you're going to go, I would get there early. And they have fun in the West Liberty Police Department, don't they? But they also keep everybody safe, and we appreciate their efforts, to say the least. Okay, a couple of things I want to mention. There's the piñata they got, by the way. Look at the size of that thing. Holy moly. That is a huge piñata. Nothing more frustrating than when you're a kid and you take that first swing at a piñata and it doesn't yield any candy. You start to think like, am I not strong enough? And then, undoubtedly somebody gets up there and just gives it that good crack and the candy goes everywhere. Are piñatas making a comeback? I feel like I haven't seen a piñata. I have kids, and we had the kids' birthday parties, and should we have a piñata? My middle son, Ted, my middle kid, Ted, he'll turn 5 in November. Should we have a piñata for his birthday party? Like, that's not a bad idea. Put one of those together, load it with candy. Maybe it's cheaper than having like a gift bag for everybody. All right, a couple things we'll mention and then we'll get out of here. Great opportunity all week to save in the seafood department with Captain John's flyer. When you walk into the store, grab one of those. You can see it on our Facebook page as well and take advantage of these deals, right? We're talking about seafood, twice-baked potatoes. They're on there. Salmon burgers, Anovo swordfish steaks. Those look really good. What about the shrimp towards the bottom? Oh, my goodness. Throw them on the grill. Raw, jumbo, peeled, Devane grilling shrimp. Imitation crab cakes, Asian zing, tuna skewers. Those all look great. Good-looking flyer. When you walk inside the store, you can't miss it. Grab one. Head back. We do the show right near the seafood department, and those are some great opportunities to save through this Sunday, by the way. So a lot of come in today, come in tomorrow, come in every day, and load up. That shrimp, I mean, if you're grilling, shrimp is like Tony-proof. Like, I can't mess up shrimp. You know what I mean? I'm no grill master, but I feel like I can grill shrimp just fine. What about today being the last day? Oh, good call. Yes, thank you. I almost forgot about this. Chadley Dangerfield with also maybe one of the best nicknames made up on the spot ever. This is happening today, Tuesday, August 6th, 1:30 to 6:30 p.m. The Hayden Daufelt Memorial Blood Drive right next to the store at the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center Muscatine donor location. Today is also the 2-year anniversary of the passing of Hayden Daufelt. So I'm thinking about Corey and Kendra and their family. And yeah, so I don't know what else to say without getting choked up. But that kid was unbelievable. And it was great to see the support that the community had for the Daufelt family. They had 2 massive fundraisers that were a success. And I can't even imagine the emotions that they feel on a day like this. I can't believe that it's been 2 years since he passed away. I mean, time can be cruel sometimes when you think about it like that. But nevertheless, this is an opportunity to honor Hayden's legacy, and a lot of people have signed up already. At this point for the blood drive, you can just walk in and donate, and I'll just say this, that we live really close to the cemetery where Hayden's buried, so we'll stop by and pay our respects with the kids later today. And if you're able to donate blood, I hope that you do so. Just a great family, unbelievable story, and the fact that it would be Abby, who was on the show yesterday with Corey Daufelt, of course, Hayden's dad. Abby would be his cousin, right? Yeah, his cousin. So Abby took it upon herself to form and organize that blood drive, and that's great. So kudos to Abby for the efforts, and the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center could use the donations of blood, that's for sure. All right, Hy-Vee Chinese, last day to save. So boy, was it busy yesterday. All you can eat Hy-Vee Chinese buffet, $6. Price will cease to be $6 after today. It's going to go back up. Don't miss an opportunity to save. We had so many people in here for lunch yesterday. It was ridiculous. So thank you to everybody that's taken advantage of that deal. It's a lot of food, so please come through and grab that for lunch or dinner tonight. They'll get you all taken care of, that is for sure. Now, this is something new that we're going to show you that is inside, and shame on me, I meant to grab a newspaper, but I'll bring it tomorrow because it doesn't start till tomorrow, the 7th. But inside the Discover Muscatine newspaper this week, you have the Hy-Vee ad, like the big ad, and then we have a flyer, if you will. It's an insert, but it looks like a flyer. So this is what I'm talking about. This is free after fuel, and it's great opportunities with your Hy-Vee fuel saver. And we kind of do the math for you. So if we look at just a couple examples, again, this starts tomorrow, free after fuel. You have things like Hy-Vee large eggs. 99 cents is the price that you'll pay. Comes with a 5-cent fuel saver. And then the price after you redeem that fuel saver, when you do the math, 5 cents off per gallon times up to 20 gallons of gas equals $1. Guess what? Those eggs technically become free. Now, you're going to pay for them at the register, but look at all of those fuel savers. So twice baked potatoes, awesome. Shrimp skewers, great fuel saver on there. 15 cents off per gallon. Hy-Vee salad mix, angel food cake. First time that this store has done it. Great selection of products, and I haven't even done the math on all of those fuel savers, but my goodness, I'll do the math and tell you tomorrow how much you would save if you bought everything. But look at that. Top Care Pain Relief, 25-cent fuel saver. Maybe pizza crust. You want to make some pizza crust? Does it normally have a fuel saver? No. But for this, yeah, come in and get it. Boom, 89 cents is your cost. Get the fuel saver. You're all set and ready to go. That is pretty cool. So that's brand new. And then if we scroll down, this is on the back side. So again, this is a flyer inside the newspaper. Even some more opportunities to save. Some beef kebabs, chicken kebabs, seasoned salmon portions. So just between those two items, you've got 15 cents off. You scroll down, you go to Hy-Vee Chinese, you get the egg rolls, 15 cents off. How about the one entree meal, 15 cents off? You're talking 30 cents between those two. We're at, what, 45 cents right now? And the hits keep on coming. So, yeah, AA batteries. How many AA batteries can you have in a house if you have kids? The answer is never enough. So pick up a deal like that and take advantage of a 25-cent fuel saver. That is just fantastic. So that's inside the paper. I'll show you what to look for tomorrow because that's when it technically starts, right? So don't miss out on that. I mentioned the Market Grill Express app, and that's where I pulled some fun pictures with today being Tuesday Burger Night and posted those on our Facebook page. Download the app on your phone, right? This is cool. You can order from your phone. You can see the new menu, and it's just great, right? That picture right there has those tater tot nachos, the tachos. Those are good. I did try them, and I know I said that I'm back on the low-carb diet, so that wouldn't technically fit a low-carb diet, but I have tried them, and they're very good. So you should check it out. Download the Market Grill app, Market Grill Express app on your phone. Order from the comforts of home. It's pretty slick to be able to do that. And, yeah, I want you to check out those burgers, not just on Tuesday, because we lowered the price on them as well, right? So if we zoom in, Chad, the newest member of the burger family is that mushroom and Swiss burger up at the top left. So that looks great. Again, you can see the price says $9, but each and every Tuesday after 4 p.m., all of the burgers there become $8. And that includes that mac and cheese burger. Whoa, baby. So with the new menu, we lowered the price on a lot of things. Like that mac and cheese burger used to be, I think, 11 or 12 bucks every day. So we lowered the price to $9. And then tonight after 4 p.m., it's $8. Like, show me in town where you can get a burger that's that, like, that's a meal in itself, y'all. I told you, that's a fork and knife sandwich. Like, can't even really call it a sandwich. It's a fork and knife. There's mac and cheese on a burger. What a time to be alive. Salads, grilled chicken sandwich looks really good. I haven't tried that yet. Would love to do it. Our Reuben is great. I've had that over the years, and I'm telling you, those cheese curds, OMG. OM cheese. Those cheese curds are the real deal. Ellsworth cheese curds. They're so good. I know you think it's ridiculous, but I'm telling you, if you like cheese curds, you owe it to yourself to have those. I just want to mention the Isles Online app, and then we'll wrap up. So today's Tuesday, August 6th. We will go to Wapello tonight with several Isles Online grocery orders. That's been a good thing for us, and if you take advantage of that service in the Wapello area, thank you. We appreciate it. If you're in Muscatine or Wilton or the surrounding areas, download the Isles Online app. It's right there. You can put it on your iPhone, Android device. Free app, easy to use. You can create a grocery list. You can pick up your order. Minimum is $30, right? And you can even sign up to have it delivered. Denny, we love delivering to Denny and the crew. It's a great app. It's easy to use, and it's just that technology, right? It's pretty slick. You'll be able to take advantage of all the things that are, just awesome about this store, and you don't have to leave. Like, there's people that will tell you that aisles online, like, just changed their life because they're busy. I mean, we use the pickup because I don't know if you've taken 3 kids to a grocery store lately, but it can be a challenge. So, anytime you can get what you need and not have to have the kid trying to they just do this move. I need this. And you're like, stop putting stuff in the cart? Like, that happens. Even if your kids are grown, that happened back in the day, right? You understood. You looked in the cart and you're like, who put the vanilla sweet light and crunchy things, right? That's what kids do. They put stuff in your cart. You got to watch them like a hawk. Aisles online, nobody's going to put stuff in your cart. I promise you. Like, we're not going to be like, oh, I bet this person wants? They probably want some of these Walker's pure butter shortbread. That's what they want. These are all right to my left. I don't have, like, someone handing me this stuff. There's the shelf. You know what I bet they need are these Brenton Bites original made better bite-sized crackers. But you know what kids do? They put stuff in your cart. Aisles online, ain't no kids. We don't have kids working for Aisles Online because you can't hire a kid. It's not like my 7-year-old that's like, it's professional people, okay? All right. And then look for Red, right? Look at that smile. He's staring right into your soul. That's Red, the down arrow, low prices throughout the store. Look for Red and save, and don't miss out on savings throughout the store. It's exciting to have Red here. And, and we've also, speaking of Red, maybe tomorrow we'll show you, if you haven't seen this already, but kind of where the grocery carts are at. We've done a little bit of painting, and I like how that looks. So it pops if you'll have it. All right, we're going to get out of here. I want to say thank you again to Megan Francis, the marketing director, but so much more than that. Megan does a lot for the community. She's super involved. She's the marketing director at Sunnybrook at Muscatine. She was here with Dick Vetter to talk about the Walk to End Alzheimer's happening this Saturday in Muscatine. Saturday morning, walk starts officially at 10 a.m. There's a ceremony at 9:30 along the riverfront near the Pearl City Station. Some people would call it the Red Brick Building. Pearl City Station, Riverview Center, they're both red brick buildings along the river. This is the one closest to the playground, closest to the bathrooms, across from the Merrill. It's the Pearl City Station. I call it the Pearl City Station because, get this, it says it on the building. Pro tip, red brick building, Pearl City Station. You know what it doesn't say? It doesn't say red brick building. It literally says Pearl City Station. So that's this Saturday. Get signed up. You can still support the walk. You can donate to somebody that is participating and understand at least and have empathy, because we could always stand to be a little bit more empathetic for one another. That there are a lot of people in Muscatine that know someone or have a family member that is dealing with Alzheimer's, and going through that can be challenging for sure for their family and friends and their caregivers. So the walk is important, and I hope that you'll at the very least share the information out there. They've got a Facebook page. They've got a website. It's great, and it was awesome talking to Megan and Mr. Dick Vetter. So we appreciate that. All right, as far as this show, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 more shows this week, ready to roll, and maybe some surprise. I had somebody cancel tomorrow, if I'm being totally honest with you, so we're going to try and fill that spot. I went back, and you can kind of see right over my shoulder, because I feel like people like watching me struggle to decorate a cake. So I went back and talked to Jody and Jackie in the bakery, and I was like, what are you doing tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning? Now, that being said, I've also sent some emails out to some friends that can fill in as a guest spot for us. But there's something about people decorating a cake that's pretty darn cool. And with back to school coming up, it could time out well. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see. You never know. I could just sit here and talk to myself for an hour, which wouldn't be the first time that happened. But we'll be ready to go nonetheless. And don't forget about that night out in West Liberty happening tonight after 5 p.m., Kimberly Park. A lot of fun to be had, that's for sure. Happy and good morning to Duane. Hello, Duane, on Facebook chiming in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Everybody that watches on social media, we appreciate you. If you check the show out on cable, that's awesome. Muscatine Power and Water, Channel 5. with RE/MAX and the real estate listings in this town. The real estate market just continues to be hot, which is awesome for people that are buying and selling a home. Certainly benefits you if you're selling a home. If you're buying a home, you got to be ready because things are going quick. So you can watch this show in between all those fantastic listings with RE/MAX and MPW Channel 5. Live at 8:30 on Channel 5, replaying at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. And that's all I have to say. Thank you to CBI Bank and Trust for the aisle cam support. Toyota Muscatine with the cart cam, which is super cool. Perspective of the store, and team staffing will have the job board tomorrow with some opportunities to get to work. National Root Beer Float Day. Will you celebrate? I'm not gonna. Personally, I'm not gonna have one, but that shouldn't stop you from making the perfect root beer float. I think it's got to be equal parts ice cream, root beer, and you got to have a big enough glass. That's the other thing, right? You got to have like a good-sized glass so you can get at least a scoop and a half in there. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or Hy-Vee Today at gmail.com.